Welcome to the latest episode of TechPulse, and we are in Arizona for a very special event. Yes, Intel is making its grand comeback, and I'm talking about the Panther Lake processors. If you are an Intel fanboy, this is the interview for you. Well, Dan, welcome to TechPulse. How are you doing?
Thank you.
Dan, today is a big day for you. You have given us all a very specific briefings, detailed briefings about what Panther Lake is all about. We wanted to understand what Panther Lake is going to be doing in three aspects. Firstly, AI. If you can talk to us about that.
Sure. It's early days for AI on the PC, certainly. A lot of buzz, a lot of interest. We're building out the hardware profile that will get the industry ready. And a lot of people are talking about an NPU, which is a dedicated AI processing for low power. But at Intel, we're also focused on the GPU and the CPU to offer a complete AI experience on your laptop. We also have a variety of software infrastructure that we're working with developers to make sure we have all the latest features, all the latest applications deployed widely on what's your new AI PC. So early days, but we're already starting to see some of the exciting benefits for productivity, for security. We think this is going to be very important for business owners to deploy.
Absolutely. I also wanted to understand that now that these processors are extremely powerful, what sort of system requirements, or if you can talk about them, will a generic owner have to be aware of in order to get these PCs?
Sure. The biggest update that you'll do in a mobile PC is happening now with Core-to-Core Ultra. So this is a major improvement. You're moving from hours of battery life to days of battery life. You're moving from pretty limited graphics capabilities to almost discrete class graphics capabilities. And we just touched upon the AI acceleration, which is also extremely important. So if you're thinking about a refresh and you're maybe running a 3 or 4 or 5-year-old PC, there really hasn't been this magnitude of a speed up available to you in the market. It's coming now with Lunar Lake in the market today and coming soon to Panther Lake next year.
Absolutely. Now, first aspect was, of course, AI, and the second aspect is generic computing. What can we expect for, say, a everyday Joe who's working in a regular, who's running a supermarket or something like that? What can we expect in that aspect with Panther Lake?
Yeah, sure. The biggest thing is the productivity enhancements. So there's a lot of experimentation right now running small models locally on your PC to automate tasks, to speed up your productivity. We're working with most of the top software vendors to make sure that all of their AI acceleration features that are native in their applications can just run on your PC. So I think the biggest thing when you're thinking about is you don't want to be wondering, can my computer really run that software? Like you'd like to make sure that your computer can run all the latest AI software, and that's what we build Panther Lake to do.
Yep. Now, gaming is a very big aspect, especially from where I come from. Now it has become an absolutely blown out profession. Parents are actually encouraging their children to go out and chase this dream of theirs. And how is Panther Lake fitting in that puzzle?
Yeah. One of the biggest stories of Panther Lake is our investment in the graphics. Today we have pretty leading edge, low power integrated graphics. It's quite good for 1080 TV gameplay. With Panther Lake, we're scaling that up considerably. We have almost 50% more hardware. We're expecting over 50% performance. And then if you look at the feature set that we've announced today with our XC3 architecture, this is an absolutely discrete class level of features with all the latest AI rendering techniques, driver support day 0 for the latest titles, and a full suite of software to optimize your gameplay. So we're treating this integrated graphics in Panther Lake like a discrete card. Absolutely. We have terminology that describes it and such. We're using the ARC brand. Yeah. And we think that this will be quite disruptive in the PC market for thin and light laptops where you may not want to carry a gaming laptop per se, but you want to make sure you can play games, right? As you said, it's so ubiquitous. So that kind of hybrid user we think will be really the sweet spot for Panther Lake.
Absolutely. My final question is now in the AI puzzle and overall, earlier we used to know about GPUs and CPUs, but now NPU is also a very crucial factor. Mm-hmm. And today we heard about the term XPU as well.
Yes.
Can you explain to our viewers what is this and why is Intel so bullish about this term?
Sure. Yeah, different approaches to AI. So some folks are more focused on GPU, obviously really important for AI. And then other folks are focused on what's called an NPU or neural processing unit, which is really as a different goal. It's focused on delivering AI at power efficiency, at low power. And Intel's strategy is really just to pursue all of the above. So we use the term XPU to represent the fact that we're invested in CPU, GPU, and NPU AI. And the reason for that's pretty simple, right? There are some AI tasks where you need maximum performance, and that's what the 12XC is for. And then there's other AI tasks that are always running on your PC. For example, you want to have AI effects within your Teams, video calls, video conferencing calls. You're on those all day long. or your operating system may have certain AI effects that are running all day long. So having an NPU that's power efficient, critical for those always on tasks. And then when you're doing some creative task or you're playing a game that has some AI usages, you want to make sure your GPU heft can lean in there.
All right. That is very interesting. Thank you so much for your time. We look forward to testing out your devices very soon. Thank you so much. Take care. Now, before this becomes too techy, let's understand the ABCs of a processor with Tom Peterson. How are you doing?
Great. Good to see you.
Now, Tom, I want to understand and with myself and the audience. Yes, exactly. That's the kind of energy we want.
Here we go.
Now, firstly, can you explain cores in 2 lines like a fifth grader to all of us?
Of course. Whenever you are executing a program, you need an engine that can interpret what the programmer intended. That's what a core does. It takes a program and turns it into action.
All right. Now, and what does TOPS mean when it comes to AI? We are hearing that term a lot these days.
Yeah, TOPS is a measure of performance. It refers to tera operations per second. Tera is a trillion. So when you hear a TOPS, you're talking about executing 1 trillion AI operations every second, which is just a crazy large amount.
Okay. Now, what is an NPU, GPU, and a CPU? If you can differentiate all 3 of them in 1 line for my viewers.
Okay, 1 line. A CPU is normally the general purpose processor for a computer, and it's like the brain and the organizer. The NPU is a low power inferencer. So it's running AI all the time, doing low power, like eye gaze recognition. The GPU is great for graphics, and it's great for heavier weight AI.
Okay, and now that you have introduced a new term today, which was XPU, which was very surprising for us, can you tell us what that exactly is?
Well, XPU is like anything that's not a CPU. So if you say CPU, that's a CPU. For XPU, it means an NPU or a GPU. It's an accelerator for AI.
Okay, and now we come down to, since you have explained to all of us what all is component of that processor, tell us something about Panther Lake, which we can expect in AI and gaming.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, Panther Lake is designed for something called agentic AI. Okay. And this is as your PC experience is transitioning from like a device that you use to becoming an agent that acts on your behalf. So over the next couple of years, what PCs do is dramatically changing. And Panther Lake is built to enable that.
Okay. And in terms of gaming, if you can explain what we can expect, you were also talking to my colleague recently about top end and low end. If you can give a context on how it is also going to enable the gaming economy in a way.
Sure. Yeah, well, Panther Lake is going to be a 44-watt device that runs at great performance for traditional games. So we can, think of it as we're running faster than most entry-level discrete GPUs. So that means that you can now get a notebook that's going to be lower power, lower cost, and it's going to be wider distributed.
And what can a basic everyday Joe expect from Panther Lake?
Everyday Joe is going to get very responsive desktop gaming. All your productivity stuff is going to work great. You're also going to be able to run AI application, whether it's an agentic workflow or a generative AI. And of course, you're going to get great gaming. So you can, anything you want to play, it works out of the box.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's great to meet you.
From the man. Thank you so much.